if it is Kamala Harris at the top of the ticket, what might the vice presidential pick look like? Even if it's not Kamala Harris at the top of the ticket, someone's going to be at the top, and they're going to have to choose a running mate. I was speaking to a Democratic strategist. If you've been Adrian Bankert joins us live. Adrian, when I was driving in, I was talking to a strategist, and they said, look, it would behoove Kamala Harris to announce within the next 24 hours a VP pick and sort of say, look, this is our ticket. You've been taking a look at who some of the possibilities are, and as I toss it to you, I would note that Roy Cooper, the governor of North Carolina, who's been talked about as a possibility, just endorsed Kamala Harris.
Just endorsed, and also that's another state where former President Trump holds a 7-point lead currently. So I think there is so much invigoration around who this potential VP pick would be, because it brings a freshness to the Democratic Party that they might not possibly have fully behind Vice President Kamala Harris, who is now, again, being endorsed by President Biden for the time being. Whether or not she is the nominee, as you've pointed out, there are so many who are thinking, will it be one of a long list of governors in this country? That is really like the big question here. Who would vacate a seat so that they could run alongside Kamala Harris to have the best shot at defeating former President Donald Trump? Now, one thing to keep in mind is the timeline. You said 24 hours from that Democratic strategist, but within the next 2 weeks for sure, before August 7th, because of a newly amended law in Ohio that requires that those ballots are finalized 90 days ahead of a presidential election. So that's something to keep in mind. We're going to hear very, very soon. But let's just go down the list, because I heard your interview earlier with Congressman John Garamendi earlier. He said that there is no way that Governor Gavin Newsom of California would go up against Vice President Harris. And that sounds pretty much par for the course there. You have other governors, including Roy Cooper. You mentioned him. Governor Gretchen Whitmer of Michigan, another state where former President Trump has a 7-point lead. Governor Josh Shapiro in Pennsylvania, he just endorsed Kamala Harris as well, saying that I will do everything I can to help elect Harris. Then you have the likes of Senators Raphael Warnock of Georgia, Amy Klobuchar of Minnesota, most recently Senator Mark Kelly of Arizona, who just this week sprang up in a recent poll showing him faring better than Biden in Arizona. So what would his chances be with Kamala Harris? But Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg, his name, he's got all the recognition. Of course, he's somebody with a very high status. He's had a lot of experience. He was with Harris on Saturday, just yesterday, with a very enthusiastic crowd. They raised $2 million. So among all of these contenders, obviously, there are certain names that rise to the top. But that's where I think a lot of the excitement is. No matter who it is, who the Democrats pick for the nominee, if they have an open process or if they go with this endorsement from Biden, it certainly is a big deal for who is joining her on the ticket. Blake?
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.